So, for some reason, I had to do a lot of shit today, and I don't really like Asus motherboard. The issue with this, right, is when I do a restart, or a system restart, or a reboot, or a reset on the motherboard, it starts doing some really funky shit, like it will show like a DRAM issue, or CPU issue, or a freaking graphics card issue, because I think the motherboard is malfunctioning and all that such. So if I hit restart to install these updates, right? So if I do it now, it'll restart. So after a while, this was because I had something wrong with the BIOS flash during the newer updates, and a lot of fucking weird shit, like a lot of pixelations, like if I had a video editing software, I'll probably show you some images, like some really funky ass shit. It will show blue screen corruptions and all that. So now it's gonna work on the update. I had to clean install Windows twice, so to get this to work. But then still, there's still a lot of fucking weird shit going on with it. Like I think my motherboard is malfunctioning because of the BIOS update has screwed something up, because it messed up. So right now it's at 30%. So it shows a green light, means it's good. So once it reboots, it could show a blue screen error, which is a fresh, clean install of Windows. I clean installed it, updated this driver when I did a system update. Everything is fresh. So right now it's booting. So it should be booting into Windows 10. See what I mean? So something with this, no joke, this happens. So now it does this when I did a clean install. This is a fresh install of Windows, because this motherboard, something's up with the boot, like the BIOS on this, that causes this issue, which would be this now. Back then, it used to be all pixelation. I show some weird symbol, a CPU error, like, hey, I should try again. Let me press enter and try again. So let's try it again. I'm pressing the enter key, right? This is a fresh install of Windows. And no joke, this does this every freaking time. So let's press F8. See what happens if you press F8. The keyboard go black, and now the white light error does this. So now it's showing a white light, means something went wrong with the freaking VGA card with the graphics. So something went wrong, and that's what it means. So even if I reset that PC, right, it does a automatic system repair. And even though it's something to do with this motherboard, I need to replace it, because so if I press the reset button, which I'm going to click right now. So after that, so it's resetting. Now it's showing a DRAM function. If it doesn't boot in a few seconds, that means it shows an orange light. Something's wrong with the DRAM. And this is just nothing going on. Now I have to press it again. So I'm pressing the reset. So if it doesn't work, it's now showing DRAM issues again. Now it's showing CPU. Now it's showing white. Now it's showing green. So it's functioning, because I had to press reset twice. Now it's booting. Now it's gonna try to boot into Windows. So let it sit, chill for a second. If it froze on boot, I will have to check. So it's not. Now it's doing the automatic repairs. I'm preparing automatic repair, which is so freaking stupid. Like, yeah. So watch it show like a blue screen of death, and it's like telling me, oh, there's nothing wrong with this, or something. So the second restart, or whatever it's called, now it shows like a command prompt diagnosing your PC to see what the heck is wrong with it. So now it's diagnosing it. So let's just wait it for a while before I even start doing this. So this is actually a fresh, clean install of this OS operating system. I did memory diagnostic, it was fine. But I think what it is BIOS motherboard malfunctioning, because something's really freaking me out. Now it just shows a black screen of death, and somewhere it's now showing a white LED on the RAM, which stands for a VGA corruption, or graphics card not paying attention to the motherboard. Something's up with the graphics. Now it does that. Now earlier it showed like DRAM issue when you reset. So let's try to press the reset button. Press it again. It's going orange. That means red. Now DRAM is orange. Red, green. Green means I'll go. Try it again. Now that's the third time that it does it. I press reset into power off. So let's give it a while before I even start. Okay. So I should load, because somehow it's like really retarded right now. It's like doing some weird stuff. So give it a few seconds and see if it like properly load into Windows. I bet if it loads into Windows, there's something up with the system. So yeah, it could be a power distribution with the motherboard, or something's wrong with the motherboard itself, because I know, again, now it's updating Windows, which doesn't make sense. It was in like, it's working, it's updating and all that such. Now it does this stuff now. So it's gonna work this time because it's updating Windows, so I'm not gonna turn off the PC or anything. This is just installing drivers or resetting your PC, and it does some kind of like, oh, error like that. Even with a fresh install of Windows 10. I've even formatted the freaking M.2 drive for it. It's not a... It's like, even if you turn it from boot, posting from the BIOS, sometimes when you load up a flash drive with Windows 10 installation media, like, which I have to install through a memory card like this, an M.2, that's not an M.2, it's a stupid micro SD card I had to use, because I still had... Again, now it's working. So this had been pressing reset twice to get this to update the Windows OS. So that was due because of posting through the BIOS, because I think it's a motherboard corruption issue, because it was showing like an orange light. Sometimes it shows a white light, or it most likely is going to show up a CPU error function, because when I first like the BIOS update the OS, it messed up during one of those times, but it got black screen and all that such, and a lot of weird shit happened since I updated the BIOS, whatever it's called, or chipset. One of the two could cause the issue when updating the AMD chipset. That's probably what happened to my computer. So yeah, compared to my Gigabyte AM3 board, yeah, there's a lot of desk clutter. I know I'm a messy dude, but compared to a Gigabyte board and an Asus board, okay, I do not like the hardware on the Asus board because it's really stupid. And you have you say it's got a good BIOS, but my honest opinion is it does not have a good BIOS. In my honest opinion, with the Asus ROG B450F gaming board motherboard from Ryzen, it's a shit board, dude. Like, I got this since January 3rd during one of my birthdays. Yeah, this year, 2019. It only lasted 6 months. Yeah, I'm never again buying an Asus board because, to be honest, this board does not function properly. It's malfunctioning since I last time updated BIOS, and the BIOS updated successfully. But after that, like after how many times I have to reset that, it does that now since of BIOS update corruption or something with the chipset. So I have no clue how to fix the issue, and right now I'm trying to send it for RMA, which are taking way more time. Like, they're taking way more time to send me in the email to send my motherboard to them, and I still haven't got a reply back within 2 days. And I hope this gets fixed, or else I'm posting this video on YouTube, which I am now. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoy your day. In all honesty, I think I don't like Asus. I might actually go back to Gigabyte because the hardware is better suited for that. The thing I hate about the Asus ROG B450F, right, is placing the RAM. So that's like, I hate it because you're restricted to one, like, it's cheaply built. But even, it looks cool, it has a saying is, but it's freaking cheaply built with the RAM slots. And I hate those types of RAM slots where one end is fixed and the other end is where you gotta lift up the tabs and such. I don't like that type of design. My Gigabyte board has both of those ends. It's really easy to insert the RAM. Compared to that, the RAM's very hard to insert. So that's my honest opinion. The things I don't like, the only thing I like about it is the two M.2 slots, and that's about it. But most of it is due to BIOS hardware information. I don't like the BIOS on it. The Gigabyte BIOS is probably better, but it's not a bad BIOS. It's a functioning BIOS compared to this Asus BIOS. No joke, but I've upgraded to AM3 Gigabyte, like from, yeah, and this was the gaming board, but this motherboard does not have any feature, even though it says 3.1 Gen 1, that's technically USB 3.0, and that's the thing I don't like about it. But I thought it had like all 3.1 ports or something, but it's not the case. So yeah, my honest opinion, this board is not really suited for BIOS updating or anything, because I'm not liking the BIOS at all, or how easy it can get corrupted. Very easy, even doing a BIOS update on it. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and capiche.